Good morning. July 14th, day 4 on the PCT. It's Wednesday, I think. Been on trail about 30 minutes. Last night was nice. That was a good camp spot. It actually cooled down last night. I actually had to put my quilt on, and it was a little not cold, but it cooler this morning. So one other person rolled in. I didn't even hear him. He was still asleep when I left. But I just passed 2 Nobos, and I met the guy that's from Alabama. He's actually lives in Huntsville. He looks my age, but he's from Mississippi, but he's been living in Huntsville about 15 years, he said. Then I met another kid. The guy from Huntsville's trail name was Shortstop. Then there was a younger kid from North Carolina, Spamuel Adams was his trail name. So I recalculated or re-looked at this hike today. It is 10 miles uphill. Not all at once, but you climb a mountain, level out, climb another one until you're over, I think it's about 5,500 feet. In the Poison Oak, I've already went through a bunch of it. Problem is when I get to the top, which is 10 miles, there are no campsites anywhere. And everybody on Gut Hook said there's some roads you cross and you can camp on them, but they said the deer, you will not get any sleep. The deer are relentless. They're gonna try to get anything with salt on it, sniffing around. Said you can chase them off to come right back. So anyway, we get to hiking. So far it's a clear day, no smoke. And it is cooler, like I said. Hopefully it doesn't get as hot. I'll show you the sights. Show you that's what Poison Oak looks like. It's got 3 little small oak, looks like oak leaves, but there's 3 on each stem. And they can get bigger. That really hadn't been bad. And the guy from Huntsville said, I actually went through some this morning. That was pretty much inevitable to get I got touched. Where, I don't know. I tried to hold it back my poles, but I think it slipped off and hit me. But the guy from Huntsville told me, in his opinion, he said, hell, it wasn't bad at all. So you never know. There's some more, I think. Yeah. Well, it's about 10 o'clock. I'm not sure how far I've hiked. I'm about 0.9 from the first water source. Just passed a guy from Buffalo, New York. Kind of gave me a lowdown of the next several days. He said today and tomorrow, pretty much like this in the woods with shade, which is awesome. Actually, the temps right now are awesome compared to the last 2 days. I meant to start hiking at 7, but I think it was about just like every day, 7:45 before I got going. Because it is not bad at all. But he told me coming up, not exactly when, but said I'm gonna have several days where I'm gonna be exposed a lot. So at least though the temps aren't 110. Get away. So anyway, that's the update. Here's the woods. Just show you, here's a typical water source for us. And believe me, that is heaven after climbing this mountain. Nice and cold. Anyway, I'm taking a little break and trying to eat something. I'm still not even hungry. And then I'm gonna head that way. I was at the water source I showed you, and actually 2 nobos came down. And the second one stopped and talked for a few minutes. And he was from San Diego, about 53, and we were talking about the poison oak because he's real allergic. Anyway, I was getting ready to leave, and he said, he said, something I found. He said, if every time you come to a water source, take you a rag and wipe down all your exposed skin rub it real hard. And I said, yeah, I've heard of that before. So I get my rag and I go back in the creek and do that. And then I jump to you kind of have to jump to a rock. And my foot was slipped. I landed on my right knee on a rock, my right elbow, both are bleeding, and my right hip. I am way too old to be landing on the rocks. Oh, my elbow really hurts. It's throbbing. Oh well, enough whining. I got 7-8 miles to hike up a mountain. All right, more later. Well, I made it to the top of this mountain finally. Cool breeze, you can probably hear it blowing. I decided to take another break. Oh, and the air is so dry here in Northern California. Your mouth is constantly dry. I mean, you couldn't spit if you tried for 10 minutes. Oh, so you constantly have to sip on water. One of the other things I forgot to mention is probably 30 times a day when you're hiking, these lizards will run right in front of your feet. Of course, it startles the hell out of you. And it's like a squirrel. They wait till you're right there, then they go darting across your feet. But anyway, actually this section today was much prettier than that yesterday. That was butt ugly. I didn't even think I filmed enough to do a video. But today is, these woods are very pretty. Big thick pines. Whew. But anyway. Oh, that breeze feels good. Thank you, Lord. Woo, taking a break. I have crossed paths with at least, I don't even know, 12, 14 no-bows. And these last two, they were real cool. We talked for about 10 minutes. Tom Sawyer and Bourgeois Lay. They were kind of pretty far between the last ones I saw. And they told me they have seen a crap load of deer today and a bear. I heard there were a lot of deer in here, but might be a while before I see one. I'm climbing my third mountain for the day. And it is much, I mean, I say cooler, it's probably 90s, but they told me that they got a more current weather, and tomorrow is going to be in the 80s, because we're kind of going to be up high for a while, 80s, and the next day, 70s. Oh my God. I'm going to love that if I can make today. I doubt I'm going to be able to climb this whole mountain or section. So I'd like to get at least 10, but it's tough, especially after I fell. My freaking elbow and knee is throbbing because I hit the bone, but I'll be all right. Well, here are the deer. I've been told they are not scared of humans. That's 10 yards away from me. She just walked up. I could hit a campsite to rest for a minute. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm at this tent site where I just showed you that deer. She's still right over there. From what I understand, for the next 12, 15 miles, the deer are just like, they're not even scared. They're used to so many hikers, they're not scared of humans. Anyway, I just passed some other no-bows, and I'm not sure, there's not many camping. It's just too early to stop, and there's not any camping anywhere after this. There's some more water. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but actually from right here, they told me 12.5 miles from here is this awesome tent site. It's off a dirt road, and you overlook Mount Shasta and the sunsets on it. They just were saying it was probably the most gorgeous site, but there's only room for one tent. And it is on gut hook, so if anybody else reads it, I'm sure they'll be there. But I'm gonna shoot for that tomorrow. Just gotta figure out what in the hell I'm gonna do tonight. Probably looking for urine. I just peed. She'll probably be over here licking my scavenger. Again, she's like 12 yards from me. All right, well, I'm gonna get moving. I gotta hit this water. I've been out of water a while, and then I gotta figure out where I'm going after that. Hey, girl. You want a Cliff Bar? You want a Cliff Bar? Well, be that way. Well, I found home for the night. The PCT is right there, and I cut across this little area, and there's an abandoned road back here. I think they had built it or used it when they built, there's some power lines back right here, so they must have had this road. But it dead ends, or there's no access to it. So on the gut hooks, it says you can tent, or people tent back here. So here I am. Of course, I was in the shade when I set this up. Now it's in the sun, but it was the flattest spot. I turned it lengthwise because the wind is blowing this way. And the comments on gut hooks are, you will be hassled with deer all night. They're going to try to get, you got to put everything in your tent. They're going to, looking for salt. And then you can tell people can't go back here. There was a couple bear prints right here, which I didn't like. Okay, ended up moving it. I just didn't like that deadfall. Plus this is in the shade now. And I got more room around it. That's the beginning of the road. It's, like I said, it's no access anymore. And I was way back over there. So I just sat up and then I'm looking over here. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're gonna come in. That's the deer trail. You can see hoof marks coming down. They're either going up or coming down, but they're probably going to that, my last water, I didn't show it, but that was PCT is just right there. It was Deer Creek Spring. So there you go. I'm about exhausted, like I said. So I'm gonna finish this tent, get my crap inside, and I don't even think I'm gonna eat again. All right, see you, bye. I am so exhausted, I probably won't eat. I tried all day to eat. I kept wanting to vomit. But tomorrow's supposed to be cooler. Now I did drink a crap load of water, but I'm just so heat exhausted from the first 3 days. Oh my God, there's a big old deadfall right there. Son of a bitch. Right there. Well, it looks like if it falls, it'll go across the road. I'm gonna check that out. Crap. Oh my goodness. It's always something on the PCT. All right. If I don't talk to you, I'll see you tomorrow.